Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's dive into the latest buzz that's been rocking the AFC North and honestly, could have ripple effects that reach the Steelers in ways we haven't seen in recent seasons. We know how tight this division always is, how every game counts, and how the slightest shift in personnel or team dynamics can tilt the balance of power. And right now, there's a story unfolding that's capturing everyone's attention, especially for us Steelers fans who are always eager to see how other teams are reshaping their rosters, their strategies, and their futures. So, what exactly is happening? Well, it's about a player who, until recently, was considered one of the most reliable and consistent kickers in the league. Justin Tucker, the legendary Baltimore Ravens kicker, a guy who's been a fixture in the league for over a decade, renowned for his clutch kicks and incredible accuracy, has been hit with a suspension. That's right, a suspension that's going to sideline him for 10 games without pay. This is a huge deal, especially considering Tucker's reputation and his role in the Ravens' success over the years. Now, Tucker's situation is complicated. The suspension stems from violations of the NFL personal conduct policy, linked to allegations of sexual misconduct from 16 massage therapists in the Baltimore area. These accusations surfaced and created a storm that led to his release from the Ravens. It's a serious matter, and the league took decisive action. But what's interesting, and what really impacts the division, is that Tucker remains a free agent. He's not under contract with any team right now, despite the suspension coming into effect after the final roster cuts, which happened just at the end of August. This means Tucker has the opportunity to try out with any team that might need a veteran kicker. The NFL has made it clear that he's still eligible to sign, attend training camp, and participate in preseason games if a team signs him during the offseason. The league's stance is that Tucker has the chance to prove himself again, to show that he can still be a reliable kicker at the highest level, despite the controversy. And let's be honest, that's a big if, given the circumstances and the allegations that have been made against him. But it also opens the door for teams to evaluate his talents and decide whether he's worth the risk. Now, talking about talent and experience, Justin Tucker is no ordinary kicker. He's a legend in the NFL, a 7-time Pro Bowler, a 5-time first-team All-Pro, and a 3-time second-team All-Pro. His career stats are staggering. He's made over 90% of his field goal attempts throughout his career, with a career percentage of 89.1%, which is the highest in NFL history for a kicker with over 10 attempts. His leg strength, accuracy, and mental toughness have always set him apart. Especially during high-pressure moments, Tucker has been clutch time and time again, earning a reputation as one of the greatest kickers the league has ever seen. If we look back at his best seasons, the year 2016 stands out. That year, Tucker converted a remarkable 97.4% of his field goals. He was perfect on extra points, 100%, and played a vital role in the Ravens' playoff push that season. His consistency and reliability made Baltimore's special teams a formidable part of their game plan. And even in recent years, Tucker has continued to excel. In 2021, he led the entire league with a 94.6% field goal percentage, and he was perfect on all his attempts that season. His ability to perform at such a high level, season after season, is part of what made him so valuable to the Ravens. But now, with his release and the suspension, the Ravens have had to look elsewhere. They've already drafted a young kicker, Tyler Loop out of Arizona, in this year's draft, giving the team a new option to replace Tucker. Loop is a promising talent, and Baltimore clearly wants to maintain their special team's strength. But the loss of someone like Tucker, who's been so reliable for over a decade, is significant. It's also a reminder of how quickly things can change in the NFL, how off-field issues can impact a player's career, and how teams have to adapt rapidly. So, what does this mean for the AFC North and more specifically for the Steelers? Well, first of all, it's a reminder that no team is immune to controversy or upheaval. The division is always competitive, with the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns all vying for supremacy. The Ravens, known for their strong defense and innovative offense, have now lost a key piece in their kicking game, which could influence their game day performance, especially in close matchups. For the Steelers, this is an interesting situation to watch. We've always known that division rivalries are as much about mental toughness and strategic adjustments as they are about players and stats. A team losing a player of Tucker's caliber, even temporarily, can open a window of opportunity. And let's not forget, the Steelers have been quietly building a team that's hungry for a resurgence. They've made some smart moves in the offseason, including drafting promising rookies and improving their defense, which was a major concern last year. The AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory, with the Bengals continuing to develop their young core, the Browns adding talent, and now the Ravens possibly facing some instability in their special teams. For Pittsburgh, every little edge counts, and if the Ravens are dealing with questions at kicker, that could be a factor in some of those crucial games down the stretch. But beyond just the division implications, Tucker's situation also sparks a broader conversation about player conduct, accountability, and how teams and leagues handle off-field issues. The NFL has a strict personal conduct policy, and rightfully so, given the league's efforts to promote a positive image and ensure player accountability. Tucker's case is a reminder that even the most talented and celebrated players are not immune to league discipline when allegations arise. It also raises questions about redemption, second chances, and how teams evaluate risk versus reward when considering signing a player with a controversial history. Now, shifting gears a little, let's talk about what this means for the Steelers on the field. Pittsburgh has been focusing on solidifying their special teams, which has historically been a cornerstone of their success under head coach Mike Tomlin. They've had reliable kickers in the past, like Chris Boswell, who's been a key figure in their recent playoff runs. Boswell's accuracy and calmness under pressure have helped the Steelers win many close games, especially in the postseason. So, while the situation with Tucker isn't directly impacting the Steelers right now, it's a reminder that special teams can be a game changer, and having a dependable kicker can be the difference between a win and a loss in tight matchups. The Steelers, coaching staff and front office are always on the lookout for talent, and they've shown willingness to bring in competition to ensure that their special teams unit is as strong as possible. Whether that's through internal development or exploring options in the free agent market, they're prepared to act if they sense an opportunity to upgrade. And that's part of what makes this division so exciting. It's a constant chess match, where every move can have ripple effects. Looking ahead to the season, the AFC North promises to be one of the most unpredictable and thrilling divisions in recent memory. The Bengals, fresh off a Super Bowl appearance, are determined to take the next step and claim their first division crown since their resurgence. The Browns, with their revamped roster and new coaching staff, are also aiming high, trying to capitalize on their talent and breakout potential. And now, with the Ravens potentially facing some questions at kicker, it could be the Steelers who seize an unexpected advantage, especially in those close, late-game situations where special teams often decide the outcome. For us Steelers fans, it's a time to stay alert, to watch how these developments unfold, and to remain optimistic about what our team can accomplish. The foundation is there: a talented defense, a capable offense, and a coaching staff that knows how to maximize their players' strengths. But every little detail matters in the NFL, and the situation with Justin Tucker is just one example of how unpredictable this league truly is. It reminds us that no matter how confident we feel about our team, there are always external factors that can shake things up and make the journey to the Super Bowl even more challenging and exciting. And as we move into the season, I think it's important to remember that the Steelers have a rich history of resilience. We've seen tough times before, and we've always come back stronger. This division, with all its twists and turns, only adds to the thrill of football, and I believe Pittsburgh is more than ready to face whatever comes their way. Whether it's a new kicker stepping up, a young player breaking out, or a veteran leading the charge, the Steelers are always in the conversation. And that's what makes this season so compelling for us fans: the anticipation, the hope, the passion that fuels every game day. So, as we keep our eyes on the AFC North, let's stay united in our support and keep the faith that our team, under the leadership of Coach Tomlin, will continue to fight hard and aim high. The league is always full of surprises, and the Steelers are no strangers to overcoming adversity. With a balanced roster, a strong defense, and a determined mindset, they're poised to make a serious run once again. The story of this season is still being written, and I for one can't wait to see how it unfolds, especially with all these recent developments in the division. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on the Justin Tucker suspension and the impact it might have on the AFC North? Do you think the Ravens will find a reliable replacement? How do you see the Steelers capitalizing on these division shifts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers community. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news, analysis, and everything else you need to stay ahead of the game. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.